Okay, no. Okay. Nine years ago today. Okay, no. That's not. I was not prepared for this. I'm gonna start this out by saying it's crazy. It's crazy that I'm sitting here right now. It's crazy. It's been 6 years and I still can't believe it. I'm in the outside world. And one of the only things that I don't know. Listen. When I grew up in a very enclosed environment, I didn't know what was pop culture, what was popular, what the general public liked, or whatever. So, it was near Christmas, near that one Christmas dinner, the dish party, everyone had seen the other Disney movie, at the night before, and that day, by pure chance, they decided to play one of the most unique, never before seen movies I have ever seen in my entire life. Let's just fix this lighting. Listen, this is my first thing. Yeah, this is the thing I said in my Pinterest post. I can direct movies. I can screenwrite movies. I can do the hot stuff, not the easy stuff. I can't film a stupid video with my... I'm just gonna hide the camera this way. Can't film a stupid video with my face. I guess you did not expect the very first video of my face in it to be dressed as a depressed autistic smurf, but there we are. Pardon my accent. It's a mess. I obviously did not prepare for this, or any of this. I don't know how to prepare for anything. Ironically enough, and funnily enough, well, not ironically, funnily enough, I am writing an essay for English class about this movie and why it's the coolest movie ever. Okay. I have a lot of forbidden lore. This is a part of my life. Let's just start here. This is the part of my life. I hyperfixate. I hyperfixate hard. The whole Ani Jr. era thing, I wasn't able to think about anything else but this movie series for 2 years. About 2 years, 18 months. That's hyperfixating. This movie that we're talking about right now is such an important part of my life. I have a lot of forbidden lore. Lots and lots and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps. And I'm not gonna keep talking and pretending like people know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say that it's crazy that both things came out in the month of November. 3 years later. The month of November is so weird. Because 1 November in 2013, Disney struck us with a lethal attack. I'm using a figurative expression. I'm not talking about the other world right now. Disney struck us with a Now, 3 years later, another November 2016, happens to be the release date of another movie that would kind of be the antidote. You know, creative DreamWorks. I'm not gonna, praise anything corporate and stuff, but creative DreamWorks really do make the best things ever. They exist despite Disney, and I like that. I hate Disney. It's a big part of my life to also hate Disney. And this is one of the reasons. I don't want it to get personal or anything, but of course it's gonna get personal. I'm talking about derbies and trolls. But this was a truly special thing. Somebody out there was like, let's make a movie for depressed kids. And let's make it childish and mature. And that's how I like my everything. Childish and mature. That's what I am. I'm childish and mature. And that was the only way you can really explain something for me. And then I understand it. I've been like this since forever. I grow differently. I'm different. Completely out of... I'm sorry, I was gonna say completely out of harmony. Fun fact, when my talking skills regressed, I was about 8 years old and that movie had just come out. Wasn't able to form my own sentences, so I was borrowing lines, just taking lines from that movie. I watched it. First time, probably around the second time, where we've seen it again, and I've memorized the entire script. And I've been using lines from that movie to communicate what I want to say. And that's what I was about to do right now. My accent's about to fall off. I've been masking for the entire day, and I don't know when to take this thing off. I don't know when it's about to fall off. I'm masking right now. Okay, this is confusing. I know it's confusing. Okay. Barime, Dana, and that's where I bring up the other world, because it's a big part of my life. It's the other half of my life. It was a very tough time. It was a very, very, very tough time. I was about 8 years old, and I was not doing so good. I mean, I'm never really doing so good. And I'm gonna say this, it's kind of like, do you know? And I recently heard of the story of the Hunger Games, where the kids are fighting, and some people send them stuff so they get to refuel their energy and survive. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel this movie was sent my way, you know? I don't know what to say. I know I'm feeling like I wrote a song about this, it's called Fangirl. But it's so much more than that. This is me learning to appreciate. This was probably my first time. Not my first time, but you know how when Bridget and Gristle were in together and they were happy and they didn't know that they were happy, and Poppy explained to them by the very end, when you were together, that was happiness? I needed someone when I first, saw that movie and loved it and something, I needed someone to come up to me and tell me what you felt watching that was connecting to a piece of art. That was experiencing art. That was feeling represented. That's what seeing yourself on screen was like. Not myself, but somebody like me. Some people like me. I felt represented by almost all the main characters. That was truly something special. And now that I've been, out in the air, out in the wild, out in like the freedom, I keep wondering, what kind of art would I go on to make? And I've been trying to make art, but the thing is, very tired. I'm tired. Now that I've, been out in the wild and I see that, the things that I loved and the things that I truly felt seen in, because I thought one day this will all be over and I'll be out there and I'll be living my life and I might even be happy one day. She was right about, miraculously, she was right about the, being able to be outside and, free and stuff. She wasn't right about finding someone like her. She wasn't right about feeling even more seen, because I find out that the kind of stuff that I feel represented in and the kind of stuff that's accessible to me is ridiculized by everyone else from the outside. And it makes me realize that I might never be able to be understood. I have all my thoughts and the things I need to say organized, but the second, bing, I'm not prepared for any of this. It is 2 degrees outside right now. I am dressed in, this thing and the vest and the ears. Ta-da! And this candy bracelet that I made, it says, crazy prepared. Yep. 2 degrees outside. I'm fine. Cosplayers don't get cold. It's the wind that destroys me. We cosplayers don't get cold. It's the wind that destroys us. No, actually, I hate the snow. I will not survive 2 seconds in the snow. I hate it. But that aside, another thing I was thinking about this morning was my name. Because it was the morning, and I was like, I gotta blast on all the songs. And I started blasting on all the songs. I'm like, you know what, Roka? We're gonna survive the entire playlist, and you're not gonna cry. I knew it was impossible, but I was like, you know what? We're not gonna cry. And then the Sound of Silence came on, and that's when I cracked. And then True Colors came on, and that's when I broke. Of course, I can't even think of that scene without crying. I have been rambling about nothing for 14 minutes. Right, in my essay, I was in the bit where she was talking about, where I was talking about, I don't know me. Where I was talking about, how weird it was for me to be seen on screen for the very first time, and how it was like truly like nothing I have ever seen before. And it truly pushed me in the right direction when it comes to taking creative freedom, writing what I want to write. It truly inspired me to go ahead and write something weird. Write something weird. To not follow by the strict things that they shove down my head. You know, the vision that was planted in my brain that still remains within the sound of silence. That still rings. The stuff that they were trying to brainwash into me, that they were somewhat successful with. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I'm tired of this world. And I want to go home. I want to go home. This morning I was thinking about my name. And I was thinking about how weird it is that my life, myself, other people, like the Petunia team, our lives, with details and precision, is being told by this crazy story, crazy abstract story, with little colorful tree smurfs being eaten by giant humans. You know? Yeah, even the part where he changes his name. So, yeah, I bruised my name. My name is Roka. When we're speaking English, my name is Roka. I only give people. You know what? Never mind. My name is Roka. Roka. Oh, this is... I don't know what I'm doing. 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 This is very hard to believe. And it's very hard to believe that something that feels universes apart was 9 years ago. All of this, it's hard to believe. It's pretty... I know, we're supposed to be talking about a movie or something, but it's pretty hard to believe that I, just kind of made it this far. That was 9 years ago. The first time I've seen my favorite movie. Oh, yeah, Roka, your favorite movie is 9 years old. No, I'm not. I don't feel old or anything. 9 years ago, it's nothing. But how did I even survive that short period of time, looking at how everything is going? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Should I talk about how much of a masterpiece it is? I think people already know. I think the right people already know how much of a masterpiece it is. I think the right people already know. So no, I'm not. Excuse me. This is so weird. because I'm supposed to be talking about stuff that's supposed to be taken seriously, you know? I'm supposed to be out there, I'm supposed to be helping people, but instead I'm just, you know. Okay, that's enough. If I think of anything else, I'll kind of myself to say it, but I just want to say, well, not directly like to people that are even watching. I think this whole like internet page, even though I hate the internet, the last time I was chronically online was when the Symphony Dolphins were trending. Should probably say this apart, but this is about Baran and Dana, because not only was, you know, the song that somehow reached us, that we felt seen by, they were the ones to, after, you know, watching the movie with me, they were the ones to go, wow, and they kept that in their brains and they sang it to me every time Okay, that's not. I think 2 weeks ago, I was back in the place, and in the place, I you know, had the same thing that I was doing the same things that 8-year-old me was doing. And I sat there and I recorded myself, I recorded my voice singing True Colors. And I thought, why not have that recording just for future me, to remind myself that if I survive this, I'll survive anything, that I'll get back up again. I'm just tired. I'm just really tired. I'm really tired. Yeah. All I can say is, if something like this was made, and it made someone feel seen, it's that this leaves hope that, you know, other pieces of media like this can be made. That other pieces of media like this can be made. That maybe I'll go on to make something as beautiful. Yeah. So if anyone else is hearing this, even if you don't have any context or didn't understand anything of the past 22 minutes, yeah, like I said, I didn't script this. I am masking. I am, you know, the autistic stereotype. And when I talk, sometimes I don't understand people don't understand me. I'm trying to be understood. Nobody can understand why. It's not my fault. It's not their fault. I just don't. So if you want to take anything out of this, out of the past 22 minutes, it's that, take it from the autistic teenager dressed as the depressed autistic Smurf. Don't let anyone try and dim your true colors. Yes. or something. You know, like Raven is saying. where he wasn't sure of anything, and Barb would look at him weird. He'd be like, "There's something." Listen, the second movie is not my list. I know, I'm supposed to be good at actors. I've been masking the entire day. My mask needs to fall off. I'm really excited. I should be watching the thing back then. My mask is gonna fall off soon. So, no, like, this needs to stop. I need to stop. So if I have anything else to say, I guess I'll record myself saying it, since now I am old enough to... I can't record. I am old enough to do videos like these, I guess. So... So if this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, remember that somebody out there, even though you haven't seen them yet, and I'm not 100% sure of what I'm saying because I haven't found that person yet in this world, but if we all give up, there's no way we can find each other. And you don't know who else that was before you that gave up, and we never knew. Because, you know, they gave up. Anyways, since has to do something with okay, now I'm gonna go back to talking nonsense about the other world for one last bit. I promise. Okay, so no, just because I'm an ultra human girl that can see another world and does weird stuff, I don't even know if I should call myself ultra human. I don't know, this is new stuff to me. I didn't know, like, people, like, I knew that I wasn't, you know, I didn't since I was 4 years old, but enough about that. No, just because insert magic girl cliche here, that doesn't mean that I'm helping, that I'm doing Hamlet type stuff with the lost princesses. Seriously, that was so last decade. No, that's a terrible way to close off anything. I'm sorry. Okay, here's a better way to close out something. For some reason, if I felt, you know, because I feel certain, and I feel like embarrassing myself even more. I sang "Can't Stop the Feeling" on the same day I sang "Can and Tahun." So this is how we're gonna close off this video in in a way, the same way that the 2019, the 2010, no, the misery of the 2010s closed off. Something like this. Feel the magic in the air. Can't stop the magic in the. Can't stop the feeling. Magic in the air. What the? That's not magic in the air. Can't stop the. Oh, what? Ani Junior, no!